It felt horrible to, be placed in prison for a crime that I had nothing to do with, didn't even know anything about.
It was so quickly that I was found guilty. I honestly didn't have hope at that point.
I was not supposed to be in prison. I didn't do anything wrong and I wanted out. I would start drawing things that I would see in newspapers, articles, real life events, create my own world of art. Psychologically, it took me away from the madness of doing time, being in prison away from my kids.
This is a law student clinic, so the emphasis is on letting the law students learn by doing. They do the initial review of each case. They do the investigation of each case.
I argued part of the motion in court during Mr. Phillips's evidentiary hearing, and it changed everything for me. I realized I wanted to be in court. I wanted to advocate for people.
There was this armed robbery first, and then a murder that was committed later, and he was framed for both of them. But we got the murder conviction overturned, and we were moving quickly on getting his second conviction overturned. It went well.
To see him out and creating his art and thriving in the community is such a joy. It's an indescribable feeling.
They listened to me. That was the main thing that I loved about them, because they listened to the things that I had to say. They listened to the case law that I brought to them.
Tanya Miller was an 18-year-old high school senior in 2001 when her infant baby, who had been very sickly for weeks, suddenly stopped breathing and died. And the medical examiner performed an autopsy on Tanya's infant daughter and concluded that the baby had been killed by shaken baby syndrome.
Being 18 with two young kids, having absolutely no experience whatsoever with the medical field, with the justice system, I was very vulnerable. The students would all come and I would retell my story. Everybody came in with fresh eyes. They all had their own perspective, their own questions. And I think collectively between all of them, they were the ones who ultimately won this.
It was a beautiful feeling to walk out those doors. I just looked back at the building and was like, it's over with.
The University of Michigan Innocence Clinic is responsible for saving my life. And there's no simpler way that I can put that.